Alright, shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to our elders, which are the elders of GMS. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet that's pushing this truth with all sincerity, faith, and honesty, so we can get the hell out of this this evil, wicked society that we've been placed in, man. That's punishment from the Lord above, man. So, real quick story. I usually do a story on Truth Seeker. Okay, this is from RT, Russia Today, and it's the Truth Seeker. So if you brothers want to look up the video, it's right here. All right, but there's the Most High is lifting up the skirt, man. He's putting it out there. Okay, so we'll start off with that. This is not our power. This is not by our power. Is why this information is coming out. It's by the power you have by Shem Yahushai that's bringing this out to fulfill prophecy. So this is the book of Jeremiah 13 and 26, and it says, book of Jeremiah 13 and 26, and it says, Slakia, and it says, we'll start at 25, and it says, "This is thy lot, the portion of thy measure, from me, saith the Lord. Because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood. Therefore will I discover thy skirt upon thy face, and thy shame, that thy shame may appear. I have seen thy adultery, and thy lyings and lewdness, thy whoredom, and thy abominations on the hill in the fields. Woe unto thee, O Jerusalem." This is speaking to us. Okay, this prophecy right here is speaking to us. But now we can tie it into Esau. The main verse was verse 26, where it says, "Therefore I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, thy shame, that thy shame may appear." Okay, this is shameful stuff that's coming out because the Most High is laying, just like in a courtroom. If you lay out a case, you have to bring out all the facts, man. If you're going to condemn somebody, you have to bring out the facts. You have to bring out the evidence against them. This is all the stuff that the Most High is bringing against Esau and these other nations to, how you say, fulfill prophecy and to condemn them and to destroy them for the things that they've done. So we'll play this video and we'll get into the scripts as we go.
Don't want to know about climate change since, quote, "the implications are so terrible." Coming up,
cities which will sink at current rates of global warming. Leaked industry studies warn fracking is much more dangerous than previously thought. And polluters paying Disney to sell their chemicals to children.
Picking up dead animals to the point where I can't even do it anymore. The air yesterday was so bad, the alarm was going off.
These are one of the many incidents documented near frack sites. The animal symptoms correspond with known effects from chemicals used in fracking.
This kitten seems to have some serious nerve damage going on here.
Infertility, cancer, and birth defects. New studies have added to the list of the health effects of fracking. Toxicologists examined just a third of the 900 chemicals they pump in the water, ground, and air. 4 in 10 chemicals.
Alright, if you don't know what fracking is, we'll look it up, you know, because you got to get into the words, man. You got to get into the definition of things, man. That's one thing I'm trying to work on. Slakia, my computer is a little slow, but Lord willing, it'll pull up. Alright, here we go. This is the definition of hydraulic fracturing, okay? Hydraulic fracturing is is the fracturing of rock by pressurized liquid. Some hydraulic fracturing form naturally. Certain vines and deckeys are examples, including hydraulic fracturing or hydrofracking, commonly known as fracking. It is a technique in which typically water is mixed with sand and chemicals, and the mixture is injected at high pressures into a well bore to create small fractures, typically less than 1 millimeter, along with fluid such as gas, petroleum, uranium-bearing solutions, and brine water may migrate to the well. It says hydraulic pressuring is removed from the well, then seam gas and hard rock wells. This well stadium is usually conducted once in the life of the well and greatly enhance fluid removal and well productive. Pretty much they drill underground. You can see the picture right here. They drill underground, they pump liquid under here, and they crack the ground under it to release the gases and the different resources that they want to get from under there. Okay, so that's what fracking is, and it's destroying the planet. That's pretty much what they're gonna go into and say here, but it's not good, man.
Found to hit kidney and immune systems. They pump in the
We'll go back
to the list of the health effects of fracking. Toxicologists examined just a third of the 900 chemicals they pump in the water, ground and air. 4 in 10 chemicals were found to hit kidney and immune systems. A majority affected the nervous system and blood, and 2 in 3 of the chemicals damaged the skin, eyes and other cells.
And you got idiots like this black conscious community that's talking about, oh, we don't got no enemy. You got your enemy right here attacking you on the. They don't have to whip you and put your ass in the damn field nowhere, man. They're through with that, man. Esau's on machines now. He's trying to get machines to do your job, man. He don't even want to mess with you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans no more. He's destroying you, destroying your reproduction. He's destroying your immune system. He's destroying you. So let's get some scripture real quick. This is the book of Revelations, man. That's why it's beautiful. The Most High is giving us this truth, you know, so we can know these things, man. Our enemy's still here and still alive and kicking. This is Revelations 11 verse 18, and it says, and then it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of it says, the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. Who is that? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect. It says, should giveth reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, Nate. So you know Nate's camp ain't that ain't applying to them. They don't fear the name, because they don't even want to use it. They don't respect the name. If we say that, they don't respect it. They calling it all types of madness, even though they know the name. Their leader says they know the name. That's hypocrisy. It says, and them that fear thy name, small and great. That's why this thing ain't about being the top brass, and you know, like it says, the least in the kingdom. The least in the kingdom shall be great, man. That's why it says small and great. We're set. This is a grace thing, man. The Most High in His power has chosen to give us this truth back and to save us, man, from this future death. If we stay under the hands of our enemies, we're gonna be messed up. We're gonna be messed up physically, spiritually. We just gonna be messed up. Okay, let me read it again. And it says that they should give that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. You hear that? And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So fracking, you ain't got Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans signing on that, man, because we don't have the money and resources to be into that madness. So what prophecy is this talking to or applying to? It's talking to these international bankers which run these companies, which run these fracking places. Okay, Man.
sensory organs. Wells are now even being drilled, reports CNN, inside schools. 2 gas wells in Leroy High School, New York, spilled, killing the trees and vegetation where students play right there every day. By March, reports the New York Times, 18 children at the school had come down with Tourette's syndrome, a neurological disease with symptoms similar to the kitten.
See that? They're coming up with the same diseases that the kittens and the animals were having. You ever heard of the canary in the well? That's why they used to send canaries into the well, man, or into the mines, the mine shafts. If the canaries would die, they know that there's high methane gas in there, man, or high gas or a poisonous substance that kills the canary. The animals were showing you. The animals are messed up. Now it's spilled into the kids, so it's gonna spill into the adults, man. Let me finish getting this. This is the book of Psalms. Got some verses on this devil, man. That should make you mad, man. You know you gotta send your kids to these schools, man. This is not our rest, man. That's what it's telling you. This place is defiled, man. This is Psalms 104. It's polluted, man. This is Psalms 104 and 5. And it says, we'll start at 4. Who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers flaming fire, who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever. Thou coverest it with a deep and with a garment, and water stood above the mountain. Okay, I read this to show you that the Most High established this planet to last forever. Okay, it's not meant you're not meant to have men do things that of this nature. That's why we're getting a full understanding of good and evil, man. Esau is created to show you the other side of the spectrum, man. The other side of the spectrum is what you see today. Is death, destruction, pollution, waste, nerve damage. The list goes on and on. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. This goes out to you, oh, these end time theorists that the earth is going to be destroyed. No, this earth is going to be here. Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, and it says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also arises, and the sun goeth down, and that's it on that. But they show you the earth is going to be here forever, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to save the earth from the man that's destroying it, man. Alright, so let's jump to Isaiah 45 and 18. It's the book of Isaiah 45 verse 18. And it says, for thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, the Most High himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it, he created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. So that goes to these Rothschilds and this so-called Georgia Guidestones. This earth was created to be inhabited, man. Heathens and Israel, man. But it was created, this world was created for Yasharallah. Okay? If we read in the book of 2nd Ezra, you see that. The earth was created for our sakes, man. Not for these heathens to be destroying it like this, man. But on the other end, it's created to be inhabited. Alright, that's it on that. Let's jump to Jeremiah 27 and 5. We'll continue this video. This is the book of Jeremiah 27 verse 5. And it says, I have made the earth and man and the beasts that are upon the ground by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it to whom it seemed meet unto me. And that word there, meat, is proper, okay? So he's giving it to Esau to show us what happens when you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, and you destroy the earth, and you love money beyond anything else.
Found at frack sites. The National Atmospheric Agency found small towns with frack sites like Erie, Colorado now have air pollution 9 times higher than America's dirtiest cities that don't yet have drilling. Richard Cheney used to run oil giant Halliburton, As vice president, he pushed through Congress breathtaking legislation called the Halliburton Loophole. Frackers are now exempt from the Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, Resource Conservation Act, Environmental Policy Act, Environmental Liability Act, the Community Right to Know Act, and most other federal laws on environmental health. The Marcellus Shale sits under the largest...
Alright, this to show you people saying Esau ain't the devil. This is Daniel 8 and 25. Book of Daniel 8 verse 25, and it says, and through his policies, alright, through his policies, and that word is cunning, alright, because these laws are written for Esau, majority Amalek, alright, and it says, and through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Alright, that going to when Esau tries to fight the Lord, but the beginning part, through his policies. That showed you when he was up there in office, that he was just up there to further his money, to further his agenda, which is to further that pocketbook, man. So he could go through and do all this madness and not have no accountability. But the Lord is going to hold you accountable. Don't matter what laws you write a man. You just don't, this man don't know he's got to answer to a higher power. Okay? And the executioners are the angels, man. And the angels are itching to get at Esau. Itching. They're more anxious than us, man. Because that's what it says, we have to get the Lord's anger, man. By his anger we have to touch these heathens, man. Alright? So that's showing you that, look, that no matter through his laws is how he's destroying. Because now all these stuff are destroying people's health, their water supplies.
Unfiltered water supply in the world. It provides tap water to millions on the East Coast. Authorities admit fracking's already affected the Allegheny River running through New York and Pennsylvania that supplies cities with their drinking water. Let's talk to a representative from the fracking industry, Dana Bone of lobby group Energy in Depth. Great to speak to you. Will the industry still insist there's absolutely no evidence of environmental damage?
The process has been used over 1.2 million times across the United States with zero evidence of water contamination.
You see it, look to the left? Alright, I'm going to show you something, man. When people lie, they look to the left. I mean, I heard this somewhere. I might, bring it out. But when somebody's lying,
the process has been used over 1.2 million times across the United States with zero evidence of water contamination.
See that eye roll right there?
Across the United States with zero evidence of water contamination.
Damage.
The process has been used over 1.2 million times across the United States with zero evidence of water contamination.
In fact, systematic and massive water, land and air contamination by fracking is admitted even in the industry's own documents. In a potentially criminal suppression of massive health risks to the public, leaked reports by the world's biggest frack firm, Schlumberger, admit half the casings on frack wells fail, sending chemicals straight into the atmosphere. In fact, there's thousands and thousands of documented cases of fracking turning drinking water black, families with sudden symptoms of exposure to industrial chemicals.
The hydrogen chloric acid is what they use before they frack, but that was the #1 thing in my works.
Rivers at frack sites floating with dead animals, on and on. Snake Oil notes extraordinary lengths the industry goes to mask all this from the public. The author of Snake Oil is Richard Heimberg. Great to speak to you. How big's this cover-up?
Field scientists working for the EPA had found a strong correlation between fracking and problems with water quality, but higher up EPA officials in Washington had prevented the dissemination of these findings.
Parents were shocked to discover oil giants now work with Disney To brainwash the next generation, oil and gas lobbies have paid Disney DJs and schools to take elementary class children out of class and make fracking infrastructure models.
So you really don't own your kids, man. You know, the damn devil owns your kids. That's why you send them to their schools and they teach your kid whatever they want them to learn, man. You don't know what's going on 8 hours out of your child's day. Alright? Or however many damn hours they at work or school, man. Okay? Because they're teaching them whatever they want to. That's why they in the school system. They got them eating defiled food, got them eating pork. Alright? All types of madness, man. So that shows you.
While pop music blares in the background and Disney employees cheer them on. An industry spokesman admitted they target 7-year-olds because they take in information and don't ask annoying questions about health threats like those meddling adults.
Kids are the best way to spread the message about the oil and gas industry. They retain the information. They remember it.
Meet Talisman Terry, your friendly Frackosaurus, a 24-page coloring book from the industry, which claims the environment is even better after it's been fracked. Comedy Central host Stephen Colbert adds a sick Terry setting fire to himself from his fracked water supply would be more realistic. It's all part of industry moves, notes author Daisy Luther, to make sure the next generation will never ask questions about deadly toxins in their adult life.
I mean, why would you want to give up crop dusting? Blue skies, no air traffic.
A crop duster spraying poisonous chemicals on food is the hero of Disney's new blockbuster for children. In a supreme irony, the day the film was released, Activist Post reports 79 teens were rushed to ER after the Monsanto field they were working in was sprayed with toxic pesticides by a crop duster. The American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEC, a big business lobby funded by special interests like ExxonMobil, is secretly funding school curriculums to deny man-made climate change exists. New York, London, Washington, Shanghai, Florida, in fact, half of all cities in the world will be underwater already this century. At current rates of climate change, the Earth will be 4 degrees hotter before this century's through, leaving the planet completely without ice for the first time in 40 million years. Sea levels will be 25 meters higher as agriculture collapses. There will be mass starvation. In fact, within decades, the world's already set for an irreversible tipping point where ice sheet disintegration starts accelerating out of our control. The effects are plain today with record floods, hurricanes. Drought has already become a permanent feature of Australasia, vast swathes of Africa and the Middle East, and the American Southwest. Your government, notes the world's preeminent climate scientist James Hansen, is lying to you through their teeth. Obama, in his speeches, regularly talks about his green credentials. In fact, notes the author of an upcoming keynote book called To Save the Planet, Turn the World Upside Down, Obama's pursuing policies to squeeze every last drop of fossil fuel, including tar sands, coal and mountaintop removal, by, quote, whatever means necessary and regardless of environmental damage.
Wow.
Huge tax breaks he gave fracking companies are a key.
Wow. Hey man, this is the book of Matthews. Let's gonna get Luke. We get Matthews first. This is Matthews 24. It's the book of Matthews 24, verse 22. And it says, and except those days be shortened. It says, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So that's why these days are moving so fast, man, because by Esau's agenda, he destroys just the water supply, man. You know how important water is, man. So if Esau, that's why America is done. The Babylon Great's done. The water supply is contaminated. There's nothing here. This land is not going to be dwellable. And that's before the Most High gets to launching those damn those missiles over here, man. This place is already defiled with the blood of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, with the different chemicals, with the different all this is just piled up, man. It's piled up. This is the book of Luke 21:11, and it says, "And the great and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, fearful sights, great signs shall there be from heaven." But it says, but before all these there they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. That goes into this martial law. That goes into this time of Jacob's trouble.
Reason the highly complicated procedure is financially viable. Green initiatives touted by government that make us feel good about ourselves, no truth out, are either useless or even more catastrophic than what they replace. While fracking giants assure us natural gas is a clean, safe alternative energy, numerous studies from NASA and Stanford University found vast methane emissions from wells make fracking actually, quote, the worst possible fuel for global warming, and even worse than coal.
So the hypothesis here is shale gas is better for global warming than other fossil fuels, and it's a good transitional fuel. So we tested that, and the answer is, well, no, it's not. It's somewhere between 3.6 and 7.9% of the total amount of gas produced over the lifetime of a well is emitted to the atmosphere as methane. There's continual leakage at the wellhead. There's leakage from the storage and processing facilities, purposeful venting, also accidental leaks. You throw it into the pipeline system. If you believe that we might be approaching a tipping point over the next couple of decades, then you need to be really careful about pumping methane, such a potent greenhouse gas in this short time frame, into the atmosphere.
Guilt-ridden initiatives like replanting rainforests and pollution tax credits always get diluted by those who control the economy to the point where they're actually now big subsidies for polluters. All these measures, knows James Hansen, are laughable drops in the ocean in any...
This man gotta go down, man. This man gotta go down. This is Second Thessalonians 2, verse 3. And it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And who's that? Esau, man. You seeing it. You're seeing it. I mean, this is by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's showing you this, man. He's showing you to wake up. He's getting ready to come take this man out. He's done. He's done his vileness. He's done his wickedness, man. It's just too much. It's too much. The death and destruction that he brings is just too much. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Double honors to elders of GMS, man. And it's a beautiful thing that we've been given this truth back. That's why we thank Yahweh by Shem Yahushua every moment, man. Seek him 10 times more. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom.